Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my video. So today we are going to be reviewing a different product, but however my last two videos, hopefully you would have seen, have been reviewing styling products. So VO5, a really great brand and a real great favourite of mine, and Schwarzkopf got to be a real another favourite of mine and a brand which I go back to very often, and very often when I'm trying out different products I always come back to those two. However, styling my hair, yeah, great. Prepping my hair, fantastic, but what shampoos and things am I using? Very often from my clips you would see that I use L'Oreal Professional Sunrock Soul Shampoo and Conditioner, a great product, but today I am going to be reviewing Alpecin. So Alpecin, which I have used, Alpecin I have used for a while, for a number of years, coming back to it, a really great product to add fullness, to add sort of resistance in the hair, texture, and very often, of course, we all know Alpecin for a product which prevents hair loss, or so we are told it prevents hair loss. So Alpecin have a patented skin product in their products which looks after the follicles and gives the follicles energy in the hair. I believe once I've done, this is actually from my research in Alpecin, when they took a clinical trial, I believe, in a laboratory setting, of course, that they had hair follicles in a test tube, and they were, I believe, given caffeine to really boost growth. Of course, this was in a lab setting, so once the follicles had the caffeine, they began to grow, and they continue to grow. However, of course, does that have the same effect on the scalp? Of course, I don't think there is that much evidence out there to say whether or not it does or it doesn't, so it's really about trial and error. So over time, Alpecin stops and inhibits the effect of hair loss apparently getting worse and worse. So of course we're told every time you use Alpecin you're giving your hair that boost of energy, you're giving them that effect which you can keep topping up, and you can top up by using caffeine liquid product, which I have used and again is very good. Now if you're wanting to use those products, then absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, I would say that they are more of a preventative measure. If you've got very little hair and really severe thinning hair, then it's probably not going to be a product which will give you any effect. However, of course, hair loss occurs, in my opinion, I believe, when something isn't quite right within the body, or you're not necessarily having the right vitamins, or you've not got the right nutrients in your system. Hair is of course how you are feeling, and hair comes down to your overall health as well. So the first thing, of course, if you're having problems with your hair, then absolutely jump straight in and see a medical professional before you start any sort of product. Of course, Alpecin is available in stores such as Boots and Superdrug and supermarkets. Great just to pick up if you're thinking that my hair's not necessarily that great, it's quite lank, it's sitting quite flat, then a great product to try. The traditional Alpecin is a fantastic product in the fact that it has no conditioning agents in there, which I know sounds weird, but it gives a lot of resistance and a lot of texture and structure straight off, which is great if you've got slight problems with your hair. I very often have come back to this. Very often, if, for example, I've used quite a lot of product and I'm not really happy with the health of my scalp, or I'm a little bit agitated on my scalp, this is a product which I will use and I will come back to quite a lot. How much do I pay for this one? It's around about the £8 mark. I know sometimes about £7.60, £7.80, and this is the extra large one. I currently buy this one in Boots for that amount, but you can also buy that in supermarkets as well. That product I come to if I'm finding that my hair, if I'm feeling one morning it's perhaps a little bit flat, a little bit thin. I've got quite fine textured hair anyway, but Alpecin is a great product to be able to boost what I have, and it's a real great product in helping me styling my hair as well. Do I use it for hair loss? I will be honest, I don't necessarily use it for hair loss. However, I have had problems with loss in the past, very slightly, and that was, I believe, all around stress. So I'm not going to turn around and say that Alpecin helped me grow my hair back. It certainly assisted me, but I think it was just the natural process of my hair growing back through anyway. It was a period of my life which was very stressful. Lots of things was going on with exam stress, sort of with studying. There was some family sort of bereavements at that time, and there was there was a period of time where a relative of mine who I'm very, very close to was going through some really, really ill health problems at the time as well around Alzheimer's. Fortunately, I still have that person. That person is my treasured grandmother. But it was a real difficult time, and of course anybody who knows Alzheimer's, it's almost like that your heart's being ripped out and thrown back at you continuously, up and down. You have good days and bad days. So around that time of my life, all of those problems I don't think helped. I used Alpecin throughout it. Whether or not it helped regrow my hair, I'm not going to say. I think it really, really helped keep my follicles healthy, and it helped keep my scalp healthy. But I think just over the period of time, my scalp and my body naturally sort of got me through that process, and it naturally grew back through. Of course, it helps to keep your follicles strong, and it helps to keep your hair follicles full. Now, I would say that I would certainly recommend it if you're in a stage where you've got plenty of hair, but you're noticing that there is a change in your scalp. Absolutely, use Alpecin. I would always say it's a preventative measure. As they say, prevention is better than cure. And if you're using the shampoo and you're finding that's great, then that might well be enough for you. If you're using the shampoo and you think, well, actually, I'm a little bit concerned, for example, about my hairline, I would say jump in with the caffeine liquid. The caffeine liquid is a great product. So I'll just read quickly about it. So Alpecin's caffeine-based formula helps maintain hair production and prolongs the growth phases of hair. Alpecin helps keep hair roots active and maintains healthy hair growth. So this just boosts the effect of that shampoo. So if you're shampooing your hair in the morning or in the evening, use the caffeine liquid straight after, massage it into your scalp, and then of course you're getting the best of both worlds and really keeping up on that nice hair growth and keeping them really, really alive and healthy with that caffeine, that sort of stimulation with the caffeine. So hair loss. So I believe, from my research, how hair loss happens, particularly within men, is follicles are sustained to the byproduct of testosterone, DHT. Now, some of us are more sensitive than others, and that's why the thinning process starts. So I believe the DHT grips to the hair follicles and over time reduces the hair growth phase and sort of, in a way, I don't believe it kills the follicles, but it slows them down and almost starves them of those nutrients in order to have that healthy hair growth. What Alpecin does is it gets in between that process, and with the caffeine, which we are told with the patented skin activator, it sort of interrupts that process and it freezes the follicles. So as long as you're using this, we're told that it helps with hair loss. Do I believe that? Yes, I do, to an extent. I believe absolutely with anything. Is a shampoo going to solve hair loss? No, I don't think it's going to. Is it going to help you have the best hair possible? Yes, absolutely. I love Alpecin and I very often come back to it. I haven't used it for a number of months, as you've probably seen from a lot of my clips. I actually am really enjoying using the L'Oreal Professional Ceneroxyl range for thin hair. A really, really great product, and it's something I will continue to use. But I think because it's a trusted name and because they showcase to us through advertising, and Alpecin is everywhere at the moment talking about that fight for your hair. It's another product which you can use in your sort of group of products to help you have the best hair possible. So from that perspective, to help you have the best hair possible, Alpecin is great. Of course, just leaving it on your hair for 2 minutes. Personally, when I go in the bathroom in the morning, I put that on my hair if I'm using it first thing I do, and then as I'm leaving, I then wash it off, so it's usually on my head for a lot longer than 2 minutes. I then very often, if I find that, because I've got slightly longer hair at the moment, I then go in with a conditioner which is for sort of dry hair, or whatever in my family bathroom sometimes, if it's for volume or if it's for sleekness, just to help have that nice sort of healthy hair, and just almost for me to ready my hair for when I go into styling it. If you've got shorter hair, I don't think you need to use a conditioner. Great for helping you build that texture and volume. So a really, really great product. So texture wise, it's sort of a medium sort of viscosity product. It's not thin, it's not thick, it's just right, and it's a blue sort of it's blue in colour, and it's a really great product. It's got a really nice smell, and it's nice and fresh and tingly sort of on your scalp as well. Perfect for first thing in the morning. The liquid is like a water-based product. It's a really great. You do have to be careful because it can run all over your scalp and down into your face, but it's a great product, and you can feel that instant freshness and that sort of stimulation from the products both working together. It's a really great product, and it's something I would use going into the future and have done for quite a while. Now, price range for me, they both range around, I think it's around about £7.50 to £8. Amazon, you can buy larger packs for slightly cheaper as well, but at the moment I currently buy those both in Boots, and of course you can buy those in stores such as Superdrug, many supermarkets, and of course in other vendors online as well. Moving on slightly, so until very recently I came across Alpecin Hybrid. Alpecin Hybrid is a sensitive version of the shampoo. So just very quickly, it's again with the patented skin activator, which is in all of Alpecin's products. But this one here is stimulates hair roots, gentle on the scalp for sensitive and itchy scalps. So it boasts moisture. So this one is more for moisture. My favourite is the traditional and the caffeine liquid. It's a real sort of in my sort of range of products which I use. It's a staple which I come back to, and it keeps my scalp healthy and it boosts hair growth, I believe, for me. Does it make hair grow any quicker? I'm not sure. For me, I think it does, but for others it might well be different. The sensitive, really, really nice. I've been enjoying using this on and off, I would say, over the past couple of weeks, in between using the L'Oreal Senoroxyl, and this straight away you can tell moisturizes the hair. So straight away in texture, again, it's the same sort of liquid sort of formation texture. It's quite viscous. It's quite sort of, it's not thin, but it's not thick either. It's just right. But this one is a clear texture. Straight away, when you kept that on your hair, if you're doing it between 2 minutes, I would always try and keep it in a bit longer. It is straight away more moisturizing. You can tell on the scalp it's really moisturizing, and it does look after your hair. I always find though, after I've used this, compared to the traditional one, you can see that with the traditional one you can feel this working. You can feel something sort of stimulating and really getting to work on your scalp and your follicles. With this one you don't get that feeling so much. Anyone who's used them both, you would kind of, I would imagine, appreciate that straight off. You can kind of feel this one working, sort of more giving you more of a soothing effect on your scalp, whereas this one you can kind of feel you've got that invigoration going on in your hair follicles. So for me it would be the traditional, and the hair liquid would be my go-to products. However, at the moment I'm really enjoying that because my hair's kind of longer now, down to sort of around my nose, and of course before my recent haircut it was kind of just past that as well. This one, if you've got slightly longer hair, would be great for keeping your hair in top condition for moisture. It does say again on the back here, this shampoo cleanses the hair very gently. It moisturizes and soothes the scalp. The fuel in the form of caffeine can still penetrate the scalp. Here it stimulates the hair roots and prevents hair loss. So it's telling us it does that. So if it does, an added bonus. Really, really fantastic. Have I noticed a difference in hair growth? I'm going to say no, but of course if you're using it every now and again, of course it's just keeping those follicles in top condition, and of course if it helps prevent hair loss, then that's absolutely fantastic once it's been on my scalp as well. Just going into this one very quickly, so even because I've just read out the sensitive one, I'm just going to have a look on the back here as well and show you that. So strengthens weakened hair roots, and I would say yes, it absolutely does do that. If you've got weak hair, a perfect one to use, and I can vouch for that. Very often my hair's quite fine and quite flat, but I have got a lot of it. I can feel that this does strengthen my hair when I come to styling, or if I'm coming to drying my hair off as well, particularly for getting that lift in the front. This really keeps my hair nice and strong. So the shampoo that stimulates hair growth directly at the roots, a daily hair wash with C1 immediately provides the hair roots with the activating ingredient. Alpecin caffeine is very well detectable after being left on the scalp for 2 minutes. If left for longer, more caffeine will be absorbed into the scalp. The C1 I've just mentioned, I believe that's the patented skin activator in the product, which is in all of the products. So for me, I would say this is probably my favourite product to use. And again, very often, yes, I'd like to try all different shampoos and products, but again, it's one of those I keep coming back to. So for me, the shampoos I keep coming back to is Alpecin, the whole Alpecin range with the caffeine liquid, and the L'Oreal Senoroxyl Professional range. For me at the moment, that's the two I keep coming back to. Of course, all great products very often which I try. I'm not represented by any of these at all. I'm just sharing my opinion, and if I can help you out with that, then absolutely fantastic as well. They're really great preps for making your style better, for helping you to style your hair easier. And of course at the moment I'm trying the sensitive range as well, sensitive Alpecin as well. But of course, not forgetting, there is the Sport Alpecin, which I haven't tried. It will certainly be something I would be open to trying in the future. There's the double action Alpecin, which is for if you have dandruff, like a flaky sensitive flaky sensitive scalp. You've got the double action one there as well. You also have the tuning Alpecin, which is if you've got some grey hair coming through as well. I haven't tried any of these three at all. And I believe lastly there's the one for solely use of dandruff as well, which is in a white container. In a white plastic container. So yes, really great range. As I said, I haven't tried the dandruff or the double action or the sport or the tuning, because that's something which I haven't needed to use them for. Forgive the clock, which has just gone off in the back there for me. Okay, so, but as I say, Alpecin range, really, really great, and it's something I would use going forward and continue to use in the future. So hopefully you've took those tips, and hopefully they mean something for you. If you see them around and you haven't tried them and you're a bit concerned about your hair, or you're a bit concerned about hair loss, give them a try. I'm not going to say it definitely helps against hair loss, of course, because everybody is different, but as what we've already mentioned, what I would say is prevention is better than cure. If these shampoos can help against hair loss and you've got like a full head of hair straight off, of course, and you want to prevent that for the future, I would say jump in with Alpecin straight away. It really does help almost give you that bit more hair sort of resistance, that bit more vigour to your hair, a bit more fullness, and certainly that bit more resistance. And if you're having sort of a problem scalp but not dandruff, but it's quite tender and quite sensitive and itchy, this product is a really great product. For me, I'm using it for that sort of moisture in my hair at the moment, but with that boost, really, really great product, which I keep sort of dropping in and out of using. So it's one which I really, really like. Very, very quickly. So we have used the Alpecin, so I would say absolutely, if you see that, grab it, give it a try, and of course there's so many in the range which you can try as well. I think overall for me, the traditional and the caffeine liquid, a really, really sort of great range which I would continue using in the future, of course, but there's others you can try. So how have I styled my hair today? So I have gone for a lot more sort of voluminous sort of look today, and I'm really sort of into that sort of styles at the moment. You can see my hair sort of faded out from that nice sleek defined look at the moment, but it still looks good in an undercut, and that's of course that real high top volume, I believe. So how did I do it? So I have taken my diamond brush. So first of all, let's go back to how I shampooed and conditioned my hair. So today I have used the sensitive hybrid Alpecin, really great product. I've left that on my hair for around about 10 minutes, and then I've washed that off, and then I've gone in with the L'Oreal Professional Cenoxyl Conditioner, which I have used that, and I've left that on my hair for around about 2-3 minutes and then washed it through. It's a really nice texture. It really invigorates and wakes up your scalp, and it gives you a bit more of a boost when you come in to do your hair. So then what I've done, I've not gone in with any sort of prep thing on my hair after the shampoo and the conditioner. I've just gone with a blow dry and this small radial diamond brush, and then for that lift I've really gone at the bottom of my scalp and pulled that up, the hair upwards and then towards the back, really getting that nice height and lift. Today, usually when I do a style like this, I would go in at the sides and pull it over towards my opposite side to get that nice shape, and then of course comb it from the sides and the front and bring it back over. I haven't done that today. I've just literally built on sort of almost step by step, but at the back. So I haven't done anything at the sides here. I've just kept that really going, that lift in the front here, and then I've done that all the way towards the back, and then the back I've just kept that quite smooth, and I've just sort of dried it downwards there, so it's nice and sleek. Then what I've done to give my hair some more texture, I'm really, really liking this product at the moment. This one is from the Johnny's Chop Shop. I buy this in Boots, and this here is the Johnny's Dry Shampoo. So it's instantly cleans, adds texture, and builds volume. I'll be honest, I don't never use it for cleaning hair. I always use it for texture and volume, of course, for any sort of reasons which you can't readily wash your hair. A really great product for men to be able to use. I was really shocked actually. I've never actually seen a men's dry shampoo. Bought this in Boots, and the whole Johnny's Chop Shop range is a really great product range. I haven't necessarily used them myself, but my brother, my twin brother, has used the hair wax and the gel within the range and really, really likes that. And I know he said to me that they are a really great product range. So going from what he said, a really great product to use. And this one, as I say, I've used this one today in my hair. It's a really great product for building texture and for building volume. It doesn't sort of give you that chalky spray either, and it's a really great product. So I sprayed that all throughout my scalp, really gone in at the roots and got that lift and that texture going. And then what I've just done is I've gone in with my hands and really created that sort of that fingered sort of through look, sort of that sort of textured look going on, with that resistance, really pulling that up through. Then I've gone with my favourite product at the moment, which is by Schwarzkopf, got to be the Blasting Freeze spray. And then I held my head sort of upside down, ruffled my sort of hair upwards, sprayed that, and then just sort of let it for a couple of seconds, sort of brought myself back up, and then I have gone through with my fingers just to sort of tame it backwards, and then I've kind of got this look here. So at the sides here, I've sort of sprayed that backwards. Thank you, that was African Grey in the back there. Thank you, doesn't usually do that. He's going to start doing that now. He's going to start doing that now. I'm going to keep talking through it though. So brought my head back upwards, sprayed it off to the side and smoothed it down. Thank you. And then I've sprayed it down always at the sides here as well. And then what I've done is I've gone in with the spray with my fingers. I picked up several pieces and I've just sort of lifted it off the main body of my hair backwards. So I've kind of got this nice sort of textured look. Can you hear him? Honestly. Anyway, so I've then gone in with the last spray all over, and I'm really happy with the look, and I think it's gone really well. As you can see from the side, I've got that nice sort of like textured pompadour style, both sides, really good with that nice sort of shape, and I'm really liking it. So as you can sort of see, I've got that nice sort of shape here. Really vocal in the background, but there we go. Yeah, so really good. So hopefully you can take some of those tips away if you see these products out and about, particularly the Alpecin, because I know we've reviewed the Schwarzkopf Got To Be range. Really great products. Give them a try if you're out and about and you see them, and particularly Alpecin. If you are worried about your hair or your hair roots, or your sort of follicle health, or if you've got any scalp problems, of course, jump right in and use the Alpecin. Really great product range. Hopefully you've enjoyed my clip today. I am sorry about the sound effects from my parrot in the background. It doesn't usually do this, but there you go. Okay, so until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you then. Bye-bye now.